Karibuni sana kwenye show yetu mwafaka, show yetu ya jioni, show yetu ambayo inaitwa Kenya News Alert Evening Updates. I am your host Zulfa and I'm here with my lovely sister.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome to the show. This is Evening Updates and welcome to Kenya News Alert TV. We love you guys. We appreciate having you every time and every day that we come here. We don't waste our time.
We don't.
We come to speak to you while you speak to us. Karibuni sana.
This is good, yes?
Tunawapenda sana, tunawaenzi sana. But then we have silent viewers. But
yeah.
I'll tell them to come.
Tell them to come. Tell them to show us how.
Like 5 now. Lakini sasa wanaogopa kujitokeza hivi. Dips, you'll tell them what we do here. That is your work. Let me not take your work.
Ish. You know Gachagua is right now addressing the nation.
Yeah.
Please, someone call for me, the producer. Please. Let me do that.
Okay. Camera. So guys, wacha niwakaribishe niwaambie hivi, this is the best place to be with Tila and Zulfa right now, evening updates. Mahali ambapo tunawapa ombea about the politics, about the politician or about the government, the way it's going and the way it's moving. Natembeya was arrested, Salasia ameachiliwa. You see? This so much better. Yani tunafurahia tunaona vitu zina move, alafu tunashangaa at the same time vitu zina happen. Yeah. So guys, lakini sasa watu wanakaa na uoga because venye vitu zinaenda. Kama mheshimiwa anaweza shiko, wewe nani? Wewe nani? Au mwingine anaweza kuwa mheshimiwa, anaweza kuwa wewe nani? Yeah. Lakini Salasia ameachiliwa finally. Aya, Natembeya ameshikwa, amezuiliwa, hata lawyers wake wajakubaliwa kumuona. We don't know what's going on. Yeah? Ni vitu tu mingi zina happen sahi. But we have to pray for our nation right now, guys. Is not in a good place. Imewekwa in a certain corner that inafaa muivurute kabisa na msilegeze kamba. Let's try and make sure that our country is at a safe point and our people in the country are so safe. Yeah? Amaje Zulfa?
True. Yeah. True. The producer says we can go directly because Gachagua right now is addressing the nation. Let us listen to the truthful man and what he is saying. Yes?
Okay.
If the government knows that I've committed a crime known under the laws of Kenya and identified in the penal code, they know all my homes. And I'm here. They know my Wamanyoro home. They don't need to lay me on the road. Let them just come here, and if we have committed a crime, they can come and arrest me and take whatever action that they want to take. That is the end of the statement. Iko swali? Yes. Yes. I have not been summoned by anybody, and I'm waiting if there is any summon. What happened is that they wanted to plant weapons in my convoy, and they wanted to use chemicals so that they can paralyze our brain the way they did to Kenneth Matiba. And that is why we had an alternative route to get here. I would have wished they came here instead of wailing us on the road and using those dreaded criminals who are responsible for abductions. The Director General of the National Intelligence Service is 101 officers who are recruited from the administration police, and they have been given special training by the National Intelligence Service, and they are responsible for the abductions and extrajudicial killings. And that is the squad that had been planned yesterday and mobilized so that they can incapacitate me and my people. Yes. Report to who? These are the same people who want to kill me. How do you report to the people who are planning to poison your mind so that the brain can be paralyzed and then you become a vegetable? I cannot report. And I wrote to the Inspector General of Police and the Director of Criminal Investigations. Instead of answering the issues I addressed, told me to report to the next police station. Yet all these things have happened under the cover of the police. So it is useless to go and report to the police. That is why I'm talking to the people of Kenya, so that if anything happens to me, President William Ruto must be held accountable. And I want to say, when they hounded me out of office, I pleaded with my supporters to stay calm and express their displeasure by singing. That is no longer going to be the case. And my supporters have blamed me for not allowing them to stand up to intimidation and the wrong things that are being done against their leaders. Therefore, our supporters are on high alert, and they will be part of the leadership and ourselves who will be resisting impunity and intimidation by William Ruto and the government. I didn't say I was misquoted. I said the interpretation is wrong. People are not interpreting what I said correctly. Mine is a cautionary statement. And history is very important. During the finance bill of 2024, I did caution President William Ruto and the cabinet that it will bring problems because I listened to the people of Kenya. When a member of parliament from Rift Valley says that even if the votes are not enough, they will know how to manufacture them. When another leader from Rift Valley say they can rule for 24 years. These are the things that have put the people of Kenya on notice, and people are speaking. And as a responsible leader, I must caution IBC that the people of Kenya are saying, please don't try. And we are saying we must draw parallels from history. And all I was saying is that that has happened before in 2007, and it is possible it can happen now. And I was asking IBC to be patriotic enough to make sure they don't put the country into a crisis. That is all I did. I did not ask anybody to cause violence. I did not say people will fight each other. I just said, let's be careful. This has happened before, and it was bad. And from the way people are speaking, it could be worse. That is what I said. Yes, Waweru. No, I am a licensed firearm holder. I've been licensed as a firearm holder from 1995. Officers who helped me are licensed firearm holders within the provisions of the law. We don't carry any illegal weapons. In this country, civilians are allowed to have firearms. And since the government withdrew security around me, and there has been so many attacks against me, it was my responsibility to put up a team of civilian firearm holders to escort me around. And there's nothing that is illegal, and there's nothing that is wrong. Tumesikizana? Asanteni sana.
is working to bring it ianze ndo mweze kuisikiza vizuri hadi kuanzia ndo mweze kumuelewa. I'm gonna ask Tilda. Natembeya. You know Natembeya's car. Yeah? Natembeya's car. I think ndio za serikali. Eti imepigwa ikadungwa na youths. Do you think those are youths ama those are paid people? Are those youths wamekuja kwake wa karibu gari lake?
Sasa ni youth wamekuja kwa karibu gari lake aje. Na youth ndio walikuwa na msaidia asishikwe. Wakazuia mpaka polisi
wasiingie kwake.
I love those people from Trans Nzoia.
Wako like, you will not come to our place and then harass our own. You will not. You will not. So basically that happened. And before turudi kwa Gachagua, turudi. Okay. Let us first watch Gachagua, the emergency speech.
TI, the Anti-Terrorism Police Unit, the General Service Unit, and the regular police were deployed. This killer squad have been carrying out extrajudicial killings and abductions. Yesterday, they were mobilized and cordoned off and blocked all exits from Gatanga constituency. This squad was armed to the teeth and hooded and with masks to conceal their identity because of the heinous acts they wanted to commit on us. This is despite that there are existing guidelines from the High Court that officers should be in uniform and not conceal their identity. At about 2:30 p.m., we received further intelligence from the deployed patriotic officers who are not in agreement with the information that they had clear instructions to plant arms and weapons in our convoy to provide evidence to arrest us and get evidence that they could charge us with in court. After about 30 minutes, the killer squad was joined by their counterparts who are highly trained in the use of biological weapons. Their instructions were to poison me through inhaled chemicals that would paralyze my brain within 3 months. This was the intent and the purpose of the whole operation. My team and I sought alternative routes as guided by the deployed security personnel, majority of whom are our supporters and opposed to what is going on. We have credible information that President Ruto has directed that my private security personnel be disarmed and be targeted for withdrawal of their licenses so that they can leave me vulnerable to allow room for goons to attack and possibly eliminate me. President William Ruto has expressed ungovernable anger that the state-sponsored goons are being overpowered by my private security personnel who are licensed gun holders. President Ruto is furious that the people of Kenya have not forgotten about the Kiambaa church massacre, where children and women were tortured in the 2007 and /8 post-election violence, and is unhappy that I keep on reminding the people of Kenya of the heinous act. I want to say that although Kenyans forgive each other, they cannot forget this, and there is nothing the president can do about it. The president was also utterly livid that I exposed his grabbing of 5-acre piece of land inside Gong Forest, where he intends to put a private hotel. About my statement on post-election violence, this was a precautionary statement and not incitement. It is based on historical facts and past electoral experiences of 1992, 1997 and 2007 controversial elections, that we must have a free and fair election in 2027. It is my civic duty as a leader to remind IEBC, all agencies and institutions charged with election management, that they must deliver free, fair, verifiable and credible election. I have heard the CS Interior and other pretenders to the throne claim that they will not allow political violence. I urge them to walk the talk. Since November 2024, political violence of great magnitude has been meted on me, my family, and my supporters. Not a single case has been prosecuted. For instance, On 28th November 2024, at a solemn funeral service in Limuru, Kiambu County, I was attacked by organized criminal gangs under police escort. On 28th December 2024, in Shamata, Nyandarua, an inspector of police flanked by criminal gangs threw tear gas canisters at me. On 23rd March 2025, at ACK St. Peter's Cathedral in Nyeri, my convoy was attacked at a church compound by a known criminal gang under police escort. On 29th March 2025 in Naivasha town, we were attacked by the police. On 6th April 2025, at a church service in Mwik, PCA, hooded goons attacked us inside the church. We dismiss with contempt the loose talk by CS Interior that during the DCP party unveiling, where goons dared to cause chaos were fighting for handouts from us. These were state-sponsored, but fortunately, they were overpowered by security personnel and supporters. The CS has given instructions that instead of arresting the said goons, they disarm my security personnel to give goons free access to me and my supporters in future occasions. Let it be known that our party, DCP, has organic support, and we do not pay supporters to attend our meetings the way the government is doing to people to attend their meetings. Finally, let me assure the planners of this violence that you will not stop the cause of the people of Kenya. The one-term movement and the DCP party popularity will not be stopped and will not be slowed down. The cause to liberate Kenya is not about Gachagua. All the leaders with me. Wasting time and resources to stop me is a zero-sum game. The people of the Republic of Kenya have said that lies must stop, roads must be built, corruption must stop, abductions and extrajudicial killings must stop, education and health systems must work. They are some of the things that are making the people of Kenya restless. We are putting our supporters on high alert that they have the right to express their frustrations if injustice is meted on us. My supporters and I will not be cowed or intimidated by the use of the criminal justice system to manage politics. The drama of waylaying us on roads should be stopped. If the government knows that I've committed a crime known under the laws of Kenya and identified in the penal code, they know all my homes. And I'm here. They know my Wamanyoro home. They don't need to waylay me on the road. Let them just come here, and if we have committed a crime, they can come and arrest me and take whatever action that they want to take. That is the end of the statement. Iko swali? Yes. Yes. I have not been summoned by anybody, and I'm waiting if there is any summon. What happened is that they wanted to plant weapons in my convoy, and they wanted to use chemicals so that they can paralyze our brain the way they did to Kenneth Matiba. And that is why we had an alternative route to get here. I would have wished they came here instead of wailing us on the road and using those dreaded criminals who are responsible for abductions. The Director General of the National Intelligence Service is 101 officers who are recruited from the administration police, and they have been given special training by the National Intelligence Service, and they are responsible for the abductions and extrajudicial killings. And that is the squad that had been planned yesterday and mobilized so that they can incapacitate me and my people. Yes. Report to who? These are the same people who want to kill me. How do you report to the people who are planning to poison your mind so that the brain can be paralyzed and then you become a vegetable? I cannot report. And I wrote to the Inspector General of Police and the Director of Criminal Investigations, instead of answering the issues I had raised, told me to report to the next police station. Yet all these things have happened under the cover of the police. So it is useless to go and report to the police. That is why I'm talking to the people of Kenya, so that if anything happens to me, President William Ruto must be held accountable. And I want to say, when they hounded me out of office, I pleaded with my supporters to stay calm and express their displeasure by singing. That is no longer going to be the case. And my supporters have blamed me for not allowing them to stand up to intimidation and the wrong things that are being done against their leaders. Therefore, our supporters are on high alert, and they will be part of the leadership and ourselves who will be resisting impunity and intimidation by William Ruto and the government. I didn't say I was misquoted. I said the interpretation is wrong. People are not interpreting what I said correctly. Mine is a cautionary statement. And history is very important. During the finance bill of 2024, I did caution President William Ruto and the cabinet that it will bring problems because I listened to the people of Kenya. When a member of parliament from Rift Valley says that even if the votes are not enough, they will know how to manufacture them. When another leader from Rift Valley say they can rule for 24 years. These are the things that have put the people of Kenya on notice, and people are speaking. And as a responsible leader, I must caution IBC that the people of Kenya are saying, please don't try. And we are saying we must draw parallels from history. And all I was saying is that that has happened before in 2007, and it is possible it can happen now. And I was asking IBC to be patriotic enough to make sure they don't put the country into a crisis. That is all I did. I did not ask anybody to cause violence. I did not say people will fight each other. I just said, let's be careful. This has happened before, and it was bad. And from the way people are speaking, it could be worse. That is what I said. Yes, Waweru. No, I am a licensed firearm holder. I've been licensed as a firearm holder from 1995. Officers who helped me are licensed firearm holders within the provisions of the law. We don't carry any illegal weapons. In this country, civilians are allowed to have firearms. And since the government withdrew security around me, and there has been so many attacks against me, it was my responsibility to put up a team of civilian firearm holders to escort me around. And there's nothing that is illegal, and there's nothing that is wrong. Tumesikizana? Asanteni sana.
Semeni tu mmetafuta njia. Mtu yote ambaye anasimama anakuja na yaani mtu yoyote ambaye anajitolea anakuja anasema mimi hapa Mr President unafanya vibaya. I think even Sifuna is just protected by ODM. He could have, na alimthreaten bado, alimwambia hii chama ikifomiwa hata ukua. So tulia, naweza enda hapo tukakufanyia shughuli. So you see, babu.
Ndio wanawaambia guys, I always say sometimes sikiza Tilda akikwambia kitu. Na sometimes when the president is speaking or talking to the nation somewhere, sikiza maneno yake. Unaona hii mambo ya kupiga kelele na waambianga mwache kupiga kelele. Amski, when somebody is making a speech somewhere, please, even if you doesn't like him or like whoever, whatever, just listen to what this person will say, okay? Because you will quote some words zenye utakuja na utaziona na utazisikia hapa hivi ama uzione zikifanyika, and notice that way, but haita make sense to people. But ukisikiza vizuri venye mtu anaongea, and then ukae tena usikie amerudia the same thing, tena ukae tena usikie amerudia the same thing, ask yourself questions. Why is this person this way? Why is he speaking this way? Natembeya was arrested. Natembeya the whoever, what they call the lawyers of Natembeya have not been allowed to speak to Natembeya. But then what's happening? I can't understand, because the country is swinging now. The country is swinging. I don't know who will come and save the country, because Kenya right now, wherever it is not in. You know, we have to understand, sawa, because we want to have freedom of walking, freedom of making speeches, freedom of doing whatever we want, because our country is that country that has freedom of everything, okay? Kama tuko na freedom ya protest, ya demonstrate, ya kufanya nini, like other countries does not even have that. They admire Kenya because Kenya has that setting. Anyway, if you hear Kenya is being admired, unakuwa my country. That's a big respect though. But mali Kenya inaenda, vitu zina happen mpaka mtu unashtuka, hata mimi naogopa kutoka hapa, nasema nikitoka hapa late, maybe someone is waiting me at the gate, maybe someone is watching me, yeah? But what I've learned in this country is you have to be kuwa mkweli. Uchukiwe, upendwe, don't mind. Kuna wale watakupenda, wale wanataka ukweli. Wale watakuchukia ni wengi sana, I know. Hawataki ukweli. So guys, my people, my lovely people, my KNA people who are listening to us every day, every time, wenye tunakuanga na nyinyi hapa kila wakati, jameni, fuatilieni muone what is happening in the country actually. Unajua, unaamka asubuhi unakuta kitu imehappen, unakuwa zile za what's happening, and why are these people going to be arrested usiku? Mbona mnakujia watu usiku? Why? Ati ndio watakuwa wamedozi, mtawapata kwa nyumba. Siku hizi miondoko tunaenda usiku, sawa? Mchana ndio maybe tunapatika, mchana tuko wera. Yaani hata nyumba inatumiss. Hey man, say there's some things that you don't supposed to do, but the country right now, guys, you have to pray for the country and be on that point of God, yeah? Ni wewe ulituleta kwa hii country, ukaona tupatikane kwa country ambayo inaitwa Kenya, a very respectful country, a very admirable country, yeah? So can you save a country? So iondoe tu hapa mali iko, please, because kama mheshimiwa anaweza fanyiwa hivi, unakuja unaambiwa kitu yenye hata hujaisikia, unaenda unaulizwa maswali, unazuiliwa kwa vitu ambazo hazifai, ya? Maskari karibu sijua ngapi wanakuja kuzingira boma yako. Why can't they send you just two, mwenye atakushika right hand na left hand, au kushika tu mkono just like that and then you move? Kwani wanakuletea wengi ndio? How can you run in this all policemen? How can you disappear? How can you get away? Wamekuja wawili, so unagonga mlango, na si wanaingia, mnaongea hapo, unawaambia so how magari zimejaa, mmesurround nyumba. Kwani aliwaambia nataka kimbia? If you are going for somebody and you know has done something wrong or is not that much wrong, kwani alikuwa ameua nani jamii? If it's corruption, everybody is corrupt. If it's corruption, we have to start from the above now. tukiteremka chini, because hapo ndio kisirani inaanzia, tukiteremka chini. Yeah, when things are happening up there, lazima zikuje zikiteremka huko juu. Of course we are eagering that commanders of that person who is there. We were used to be told that you should respect your elder sister. What your elder sister does, you have to, what she tells you, you have to follow. Aya, akiniambia tuende tuibe, nafuata tu tunaenda kuiba, si ndio? Some things you have to look or listen carefully. Me, I wanna know kabisa, why was he arrested, and why was Salasya arrested too, and what's going on in the country? Because vitu zikianza kwenda hivi, tunaona 2027 kutakuwa na kizungumkuti. 2027 tutakuwa na kizungumkuti. Why do I say this? Because we don't want to go in 2020 we don't want to go back in 2007, and now it's 2027. Why are you making this 7 to be just a common thing to the Kenyans? It's too bad, too bad. Can we just respect our country for once and do things without emotions? Politicians, mkikaa bila emotions mtakuwa sawa. Emotions hizi mmetoa wapi? I thought politicians, you are those people mtafanya shughuli zenyu huku nje, mkimaliza you go back to the offices, you go back to your rooms, you file your files there, mnapanga kazi yenu mkiwa pamoja, mnasema haya campaign ishaishia kule nje, hapa ndani sasa ni kazi, tuchape kazi na tusonge mbele. Yeah, we want to make the Kenya or the country move. We want to make sure that vitu zinafanya nini, zinaendelea. I think I was told like Zulfa is a little bit out. I think you will have to understand because of her issue. Hajakuwa poa sana, but we are happy she's okay. But producer, is the video ready? Not yet. Okay. Okay, the producer is planning that. You will be seeing venye hayo mambo yalikuwa yanaenda kabisa, yakisonga yakisongelea kabisa. But inafaa tukue serious. By the way, mali mimi nimefika.
Kumpelania dau, si ndio? Mamboga na mahindi.
Ndio pesa yote.
Bwana. Mimi niko huko.
Na mimi nimwambia William Ruto, wewe umezoea kutisha watu, kushika watu. Ati wewe unataka kushika Gachagua. Itawezekana? Itawezekana? Mnasema ajaribu. Hata saa hii tumepata habari ile gavana ya Trans Nzoia anaitwa George Natembeya ati wanataka kushika yeye. Mimi namwambia watu wangu hapa Murang'a, wakishika Natembeya hata sisi tutafuka barabara tusimamishe hii Kenya. Tumekubaliana. Unajua huyu Kasongo ametuchukua ufala. Alinifukuza kazi mkanyamaza kweli? Kati huo. Gemora mtikarehena. Mwana kana moine neguo. Leo ndio atakuwa wana. Wewe William Ruto hapana sumbua George Natembeya. Si ndio? Unajua yeye anataka kutawala sisi na nguvu na haiwezekani. Kati huo. Mimi nataka nimokorogamana Moreu. Nimokorogamana MCA. Nimokorogamana senator. Adwa ma kujalira rore ni momoi. Nimokama inokia. Na shigala. Wabere etagwatia. Aende asiende. Ni msaliti si msaliti. Wewe watu wanasaliti sisi kwa Kasongo. Muende mtafute kura Sugoi. Hapa hakuna kura yenu. Kweli ama uongo? Kweli ama uongo? Harambee. Harambee. Negi yako ugetikwa na dhogi. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Thank you very much.
Shukuru usiingize vitu huko. Yeye na pesa tunapata milioni 20. Mbona vitu vinafanya? Juma box wasiende nayo. Nataka vitu vinatoka ndani tuone kutoka nje. Hivi vitu kutoka nje kuingia ndani. Sasa hii amebeba nini? Hii ndio inafanya watu wamekuja nayo. Hapa nafikiria tutaingia na hii ni bomba tunazanga nayo. Mtumishi tuingie. Atuzuii kazi yako. Nasema hapa kuna kilingaya. Hata vitu huko anasoma notification hapa hadi hii milioni ya 50 nimepata.
Oh, sir. I think niko na
our client to the EACC headquarters, but unfortunately we are not allowed by the EACC officers to access our client. They say that they have brought him for statement recording, but is not allowed to access. any legal facility by the EACC. When we ask them why we are not able to access the client, they are saying that the director in charge of investigation is yet to decide whether or not the client or the advocates will access their clients. So that's the current situation as we are here at the EACC. They have locked in our client. The client is inside here. But we're not able to access him or even to give him any legal counsel on all what the processes that are currently undertaking. Yeah, we'll keep on briefing you on the progress. Yeah.
Yes. Was it been summoned or was he arrested?
Sorry?
Was he summoned to come?
No, he was arrested. He was arrested. They arrested him this morning. They never issued any summons to that effect.
Just so the EACC, where did they arrest him?
In his residence at Nairobi. But the unfortunate thing is that they are not allowing the advocates to access the clients. And that is a constitutional right that is the guarantee, the bare minimum guarantee, that an advocate has a right to access his client anytime, that the client has a right to be represented. It's a bare minimum provisions of a fair hearing, a hearing or a process that is governed by the law. That is what is happening. But they have completely refused us to access him. He's still a suspect. He's not an accused person. He still enjoys his rights, but they have refused us to access him. They say the director will determine whether or not the constitution is going to be obeyed. Yeah.
So I'm gonna read. I see my favorite people wako pale. So let me start with hi Queen Zulfa. I just love the way you do it. Hi Queen Zulfa. Kiburi na confidence inaenda huko. Hi, how are you Gypsy? Anasema hi Mom Tilda.
Hi.
Au nangoja beautiful souls.
Napenda hizo jina zote zenye wana.
Ndio nakutaga zote.
Nasikianga is like
mimi namutaga my darling Gypsy.
I'm just niko tu hapo. Hata nafanya you make my ego.
Yeah? And pride.
And pride. Yani,
kiburi.
At least inakuwa pale juu.
Aya. So, oh my God. So, you know what I call you? I call you my darling Gypsy, the bearer of the elixir. Although you don't want to share it with me, you want to be alone. It will be lonely. Just share it with me. At least you'll be coming to me after 2,000 years and telling me, you see? And I hope yours is restoring youth. Atuzeeki. Sendeo. Alafu unamwona pale bwana Koech. Plains of Felix. Ayugo. Plains of Felix is now here. Amekwenda kwa Nyaboke ameandika ile barua tena amemwambia aende. Sawa, amemwambia it is not well. Please take the latest bus and come home. I see Koech Brian. Koech.
Where were you?
Koech.
You were absent.
Koech. Everybody was asking, where's Koech? Where's Koech? You know? Where is Koech? But it is really good to see you too. Gypsy says, hi Koech, nice to see you. And then Gypsy says, I've got reservations about this. Why do you get reservations about this? What are the reservations, yeah? Then Koech Brand says, Gypsy, nice to see you too. Always a pleasure. Alafu pale kuna nani? Gypsy says, querying about the trillions has led to sleek distractions. It depends on which newspaper papers headlines you're reading. Koech, we missed you during the first sitting. Even the studio had to call for you. What? Umesikia introje? First sitting. This is a house assembly. First sitting. Now my darling, kipenzi, si ndio? Kipenzi changu. Umeweza kusikiza zile vitu zote. Hebu ambia watu AICC nini?
Hey.
Ile tume ambayo imemkujia. Ni tume gani?
Hata nimesangaa.
Umesangaa.
Hata niongee kama Will Brother. I love that lady so much. Hey,
Will Brother.
Mfikishie salamu zangu mwambie Tilda from
Will Brother Tilda from Kenya loves you so much.
Yeah. And I really appreciate kabisa. I inspire you actually. Aya, wacha niwasomee niwaambie. Unaweza situ.
Nani wamechukua Natembeya?
Hawa watu ambao wanachukua Natembeya ni akina nani? The EACC. wanaitwaje? Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is headed by a chairperson and has 4 other commissioners, including a vice chairperson.
So basically, continue.
The secretary to the commission, also the chief executive officer, manages the day-to-day administration. The current chairperson is David Oginde, and the current vice person ni nani? Kuna kitu nini hapa kidogo. I like Alans. Ikifika time inaniambia my dear, tuko kwa time. And the current chairperson is David Oginde, and the current vice chairperson is Dr. Monica Wanjiru Muiru.
So these are the people who sent for Natembeya.
Yeah.
For corruption. Apparently now it is corruption. Tunasanga sisi what? Apparently now. Now it is because of corruption. So coach says, ngoja kuna coach kitu amesema hapa mimi nakataa, sawa? Coach anasema gypsy. Aki have made me feel special now. Didn't know my absence made such waves. I'll be sure not to miss the next one. Appreciate you all. Umesema ulimmiss. Okay, Mr. Producer, fanya kama. So the producer says there's something that is happening right now. So he wants, napenda producer leo go like, ta. He's keeping up with the things, yeah? Keeping up with the Kenyan politics, sir. Umetoa
Appreciating or thanking all the Kenyans for standing with me in solidarity, because I remember the day we announced it and told the Kenyans that we are under attack. It was all over, and within a short time all Kenyans were aware of what was happening. I want first of all to condemn the incident, because from the information that we have got, you remember it was on Saturday when we came to our residence where we were staying in Mombasa, and what they did, because if they are government officers, there must be a procedure of arresting an officer who is also guarded by other officers, because it can turn to be dangerous. Like maybe you're thinking that these are genuine, maybe they're not police, or it can turn into something else. So when we assumed it, then they came on that particular day, on Friday, and they decided to shoot our car. And I think that was, it could have turned into something else. It is only by the grace of God that we are alive today. And I think one thing that I just want to ask the Director of Criminal Investigation, that always communicate to your officers and give them the reason, genuine reason, why they are going to arrest that person. Because I was arrested like as if I'm a robber or I've killed someone, a murderer or something like that. But just for the propaganda or something on social media that even I'm not aware of what was written, I don't know, because I have so many accounts, people have opened in so many accounts on my behalf, so I might not be able to know who wrote what at what time. But coming and attacking me at that level, it was very much unfortunate. And this is a call to all Kenyans that we can't continue living in a country whereby it's being under the police. We have to stop this this kind of harassment from the government agencies and all that. And even, in fact, when I asked those people, why are they harassing me or arresting me, they were not even they didn't even know what they were coming to arrest me for. So I think police officers should not be used before they go to arrest anyone or to go to do any investigate. They should be given clear instruction that we are going to arrest this person because of ABCD. Because the way we were manhandled, the way it was a very bad, very much unfortunate, and no any other, and I will never wish to see any Kenyan treated the way we were treated that particular day. I want to tell the Director of Criminal Investigation that he should use his office appropriately. He should use and follow the law, because power is transient, and we know today we are being harassed. Today, I should not be mishandled the way they did, just because I've announced my presidential bid, and I want to ask President William Ruto that I can only be the best president if as I'm going to win the president of 2027. I'll be the best because I will not harass him. It's only me who will not harass him. The rest will harass him. So he should treat me well, because you see, Kenyans can know, Kenyans can feel. He can even also tell that Kenyans they have already lost the trust, the hope in him. The young people have lost hope in him. In fact, what I'm doing today, I'm doing the best thing to walk and speak to the young people so that they should not lose hope, because if they lose hope right now, they can even decide again to go and march to the State House and do crazy things. So what I'm telling them is that just to cool down, so that we get it and express their dissatisfaction at the ballot come 2027. So I want to ask the president that he should not take advices from other people and use the government agencies to frustrate somebody like me, because I'll be the best. I will not revenge to anyone. I will only restructure the economy and revive the economy of our country called Kenya, and I will forgive him. I will respect their families, and I will do whatever. So I want to tell them that again, 2027 is a year for the young people. We want to rebuild Kenya. We want to rebuild Kenya. We want to make Kenya great, and
Yes. So oh my God. So there were comments there that I'm gonna read, and then we get back to yeah. Just a moment. Huyo ni Salasia. Nikiendelea kutafuta comments. Sawa. Huyo ni Salasia. Sawa. Hey. Sasa Salasia ni mwingine, hata nilikuwa nimesahau. Salasia ni mwingine ambaye aliweza kushikwa. Umesikia what he said? His gun. His name was shot down.
Gari.
Yeah.
His gun.
Like a thief. Let me read this. Nimefika pale. So, yeah, ni hiyo tu. So, then Coach, this is Gypsy says, Coach Brian, we really appreciate you speaking for studio and chat session. Thank you so much, Gypsy, for representing us. Let me tell you, Mr. Coach, unajuaga yenyewe, you used to someone until that moment you don't see them, and you're like, where are they? Ako wapi?
Kwani wameenda? Kwani leo wajaamka?
No, asubuhi alikuwaga. Asubuhi alikuwa, si ndio? Ama mimi ndio na mambo yangu. Alikuwa
anakuja anagotea anachangia kidogo, and then I think
you're juggling a lot, but thank you so much. Any time you take to just write that one thing, hata tu ni hi guys, we do really appreciate. Tunajua ulikuwa list tunafanya
we mark you present.
Yeah, we mark you present.
Anapenda kusema, but today I've not seen you say mark me present.
Well, he likes to say to be marked present,
but today we marked you present. Yeah,
only kwa show ya kati. Umemark ya katikati? Akuwa.
Lakini alikuwa
wapi?
Ngoja, the same thing with Gypsy. Sasa ile utaitisha tu Gypsy, where are you? Anakuambia nilikuwa na huko kwa silent viewing.
But Gypsy is never a silent viewer.
When I just say Gypsy, where are you? You will see
I am here.
I'm here.
that is really beautiful.
And I really love that.
That is really beautiful. Knowing that let me tell you something. In the Bible, so you see where I'm going now. In the Bible, there's a moment where Elijah, I never differentiate the two. I don't know who was the older prophet and who was the smaller. I don't know who was Gandalf and who was the other one. But I usually know there's Elijah and Elijah. So there's a moment where... Oh, not Elijah. Elijah and Elisha. Now, kuna wakati walikuwa na face battle. Sawa? And one of them was scared. I don't know if it is Elijah or Elijah. Now... I never read it, but I'm gonna read it. So that is the most beautiful thing I usually say. So there's a moment there when that one of them, who is the one, sawa, is very afraid because like cheki awasema tuko wawili. Cheki awasema wanakama tuko wawili, sawa? And then the one who is the one
the one who is the one.
The one who is the one, I don't know, is Elijah or Elisha, says, "Oh my God, let God open your eyes." And let me tell you, they were surrounded, like as in nyuma yao, they were surrounded with horses, like so like with this horses on fire and I don't know, angels on fire too behind them. So what am I trying to say? When you're here thinking I'm alone and then you say Gypsy uko hapa, and then they're like, I'm here.
Yes,
you see?
People.
I got you.
But
I'm here.
You know, when we like seeing you here, we just want to see you here. When we see you there, we are not.
There's someone who anamsumbuaga sana hapo zamani. Sawa? So like the moment I start, we start doing this, I am sending links and calling them, and then they're like, Niko hapo, unacheka in fact. Sawa? And I'm like, why are you not commenting? So come back, man. Come back, please.
We really miss you, those people. Yes, tunajua mna pale mnatazama, but we want to see you here. Here. Yeah. We don't want to see you there. We want to see you
here. Now, so Selasia, tukwani tumerudi wakati gani huo? Wakati ambao kidogo ukiongea kitu ambacho serikali haijapenda, unabaki kuwa enemy of the state. And I made this statement kitambo. I said, now anybody who is speaking the truth is becoming enemy of the state. And someone I asked someone, are we going to be abducted? Back then though, they said, no, they're not focusing on you people. So you're simpletons. So, do you know what simpleton means? Ni watu tu hapa wana shughuli yenu kabisa. Sawa, wako na shughuli na watu wapande pale juju. Na mwana pale Gypsy anasema, I like Salasia, he doesn't take politics to art. Though, the way he was arrested though, anafaa kuwa arrested hivyo. The way Natembeya amefanyiwa. Na umesikia Gachagua amention vitu zake pia amefanyiwa.
Sasa, if we may ask, na si kwa ubaya. Huyo ni mheshimiwa, a whole MP. And this is a governor. Natembeya ni governor.
Wa Trans Nzoia.
Anafaa kuja kushikwa na adabu ama kiolela olela. Na si kwa na msinisani. Lakini mimi napenda kusalimiwa.
It's okay.
Mbona msimshike na baadhi kushikwa nyewe ameshikwa ni ajabu tu. Because ya huyu ilikuja like is a abduction.
It was like abduction.
Sasa mna shoot tire.
Gari is mame. Sasa like if they lose control and he dies, what will you what?
Simsimame kwa barabara alafu
muwaeke ama there's this muwaeke pale ibaki. This is a person of pale you public figure. Go to them, be like, excuse me sir, so this is what is this and this, and then I usually say we have never read our Miranda laws. In fact, let me search for the Miranda laws.
And you know, if you look all the rallies of Salasia, hakuna mali mention na yani hayuko in the same. Unaona venye Gachagua anafanya vitu is not the way Salasia is doing. The way Salasia is doing is rally amekuwa akifanya because I've been following up so much. It's just about the way the nation will
you know what Miranda rights. So na mimi nasema Miranda nini? What are the Miranda rights in Kenya? So let us know if there are any. So in Kenya, ukishikagwa, there are these things that you're supposed to be told because you have a right. Arama bado you're a serial killer, you have rights. as a human being. So basically there are these things where you're told you have to remain silent, do anything you say or whatever will be used or may be used evil. In Kenya, so I have to know in Kenya. So in Kenya, in Kenya, while similar to Miranda rights in the US, the concept is rooted in the Kenyan Constitution and the Bills of Rights, specifically Article 49. The article ensures that an arrested person is informed promptly of the reason for the arrest, their right to remain silent, and the consequences of not remaining silent, according to the Kenya Law Reform Commission. This also includes the right to communicate with an advocate. Nataka hiyo weke, hiyo the right to communicate with an advocate. Nataka uweke vizuri hiyo. Circle on that because you're going to come back. Because tukisikiza zile videos huko, I heard something about that. The right to be held separately from those serving a sentence, according to the Kenya law reform. The Constitution also emphasizes the right to a fair hearing and presumption of innocence. Key components, sir, prompt information. Uambiwe saa hiyo. Tilda tumekushika sababu pomegranate zimepotea. Sawa, tunakushikia hiyo shughuli specifically. Right to remain silent. Nimekwambia anything you say might or will be used against you. So ukikuwa like unajua mimi ni huyu, nyamaza, usiongee sababu hiyo itatumika, inaweza ikatumika ama isitumike mbele ya koti. Aya. Consequences of not remaining silent. Ndio nimekwambia ukiongea hii kitu inaweza tumika. So unaget haya, then kuna hiyo right to legal representation. Uambiwe if you do not have a lawyer, one will be provided to you by the state ama the nation. Kama hauna lawyer, tutakupea mmoja. Like you should imagine tunashika mesha fulani like we know nothing. That because you don't know our civil rights. Unashika kwa tu ndani umeshapigwa mangumi mateke, hata hujui umeshikiwa nini, ushaikuwa ndani na umefungiwa hapo. I will give you a story. Now, presumption of innocence. Sawa, hapa ni mali ufai kuja tu umixiwe na watu wale wengine. Unawekwa kwa holding cell. Holding cell until you really clear this ama you speak to an attorney and all that. So, tukue hapo pamoja kwa right to speak to an advocate. Kuna yule wakili pale, producer aliweka hiyo video, akasema kwamba mpaka saa hii hawajaongea naye. Mpaka saa hii.
Where is that right?
You know, let me tell you one thing. I usually thank that 1 month of law school because yanipea kiburi. Oh. That 1 month of law school yanipea kiburi because I know some little, I don't know a lot, but it gives me the thing that I know I have some things. I know I have.
Like right now, guys, you just have to know that the government is not following the law. So by the way, now they are the law. Au sasa ndio wamejukua. Unajua wamejukua. Unajua sasa hata Murkomen akikuja akituambia there are some people who are kuna wale watu ambao wanajifanya wako above the law. Sawa? Si ati kuna watu ni wao sasa wanajifanya wako above the law. They want to take this thing in their hands. They don't want to be told the truth. They don't want to be hawataki kusikia anything about the truth. And let me tell you, when this country stands on truth and stand with those people who are speaking the truth, I'm telling you the country will know. You know the country is stagnant now because haitaki ukweli, sawa? Haitaki ukweli hata kidogo. When you just talk truth, you talk things that make facts, unaongea yani ile kitu ina make sense kabisa mbele ya watu, wanaona na by the way huyu jamaa anaweza come through. Huyu jamaa ako na points poa. Mnaona? Huyu jamaa anaweza kuja by the way abadilisha hii economy. Huyu jamaa anaweza come hivi na tuone development ikiendelea in the country. Huyu jamaa anaweza come hivi na muone by the way mambo ya corruption imeisha, mnaona at least health iko sawa, education iko sawa, everything will be okay. So president kama anaona hawa watu wanakuja na mioto jameni, na mimi hiyo by the way unajua moto wa president unaenda ukitulia. Moto unaenda ukitulia. Unajua yeye wakati alikuwa
I have not seen him actually recently.
Akiwa deputy, ya moto ulikuwa unawakia pale juu. Sasa kuna wale wanakuja wanamuonyesha man we are here.
Akikuwa Gachagua, sasa akiwa wife ametulia.
Akiwa wife ametulia hapo. Sasa ni husband.
husband. So I see Coach Brian saying, Gachagua invoking Maandamano marks a striking realignment from system loyalists to political insurgents. The language of protest is now the refuge of the political cornered. Sawa? Gypsy akacheka imembaba sana. Alafu akasema Gachagua was not meant to be arrested. It was a twig to see how his supporters reaction. Na tumeona reaction ya supporters hawataki.
Anataka amefanya. Lazima tukue hata kama ataki.
Baka ameita press conference. Muraigwa ameita press conference. Akaambia watu wangu, "Aya basi kuna huyu Kimani Ngunjiri." Kimani Ngunjiri, I was listening to Kimani Ngunjiri as we were having lunch. And Kimani Ngunjiri ameambia Gachagua unapigana mpaka unapigana nyumbani. Apparently Gachagua is bringing the fight home. I don't know what's up with that. Na sijui Mwangi wa Iria iliendaga wapi. Mwangi wa Iria mwingine kwa anamuongelea vibaya Gachagua. I don't know where these people went. So, and if this was a tweak Gypsy to really see how Gachagua supporters were gonna really react.
Naambianga kipindi cha lala salama huo kinakuwa hivyo. Kipindi cha lala salama.
What does
English is not English.
English is not English. Yeah. English has left him.
Tongue is twisting.
The brain is like, let me start shutting down now. Yeah. We are going home.
What are you going to have for supper?
Wallahi, what are you going to have for supper?
Chicken or fish?
Fish. Now, maisha jamani. Haya basi. You see, this is what I hate about these things. Playing with our emotions. And as Mr. Coach amesema kwamba hivi ndo bado Raila alianzaga. What does it mean really to haya basi? Opio Wandai alisema kwamba Gachagua hajawahi hata shikwa for 10 minutes. Gachagua hata hajawahi kula tear gas. Hata hajui cell ni wapi. So kwa hiyo ndo maana atakuwa tu hizi kusema kujeni maandamano. Has he ever been, will he be there? And I have nothing wrong to you, Getungati. But will he be there eating the tear gas, touching whatever is touched? Will he be there? He won't be there. We will be there. And this is how Raila started, 1982. Where he called for the coup and then testified against the people. And I'm not comparing Gachagua to any, please. Do not misquote me. I'm just saying, calling for Maandamano, we should really, ni kama like calling, it's like summoning. Hii kitu inakuwa imedala ndani ya maji yetangu aje. This thing that God talks about a lot. Anakwambia Leviathan is like saying I'm going to summon the Leviathan. What? When you summon, nyata mnabonga tu. Unachaje tu maandamano wewe? People lives are lost. The moment we call the Leviathan, we are done for. Kwani kwanza ikianza kuinuka hivi ifike hapa juu, see what are floods. That thing is a really big thing. In fact, I think that is the thing that God knows. Mukiniletea ujinga, I'm going to summon the Leviathan. Sawa. So when Gachagua is here saying the Leviathan, he will not finish us with water, but he will finish us with the Leviathan. The Leviathan is a beast under the water. So just calling for maandamano man. Hii ni Raila sasa. Oh, maandamano chukue sufuria mwekele kwenye kichwa. Yeye mbona hakushika hiyo sufuria? Thank you. Energy is coming. Energy is coming. Felix should meet me tomorrow. We pray that to God. We pray, yeah, inshallah. Now, like this is how Raila started. And I told you asubuhi huyu anataka watu kama Raila. Maandamano. Acha huyu mkaka anakuja kesho. Anakuja kesho utatupata hapa.
I think Gachagua will be like Raila. Nikamwambia yes. Hata kama sasa hata ashawaambia ana support tu mtu yote mwenye hata ikuwe ni pusi yenye itakaa pale paka.
Wewe chukua tu.
Wewe kaa hapo. I'll support anything that will just come. Bora tu I make sure the president is out of that office. Kuna ile kitu yani kuna like you know women kuna anaweza a woman can make you anaweza fanya tu kitu kufanyikia yani bora tu utoke pale mali ana.
A woman scorns.
Yeah. We Lakini nitakufanyia kitu tutatoka hapo mahali uko. Na sikudanganyi wallahi billahi. And you know it's serious. This Gachagua is not going to be president anywhere. Watu wenye hata Matiang'i, Gachagua, Kalonzo, Martha Karua, hao ni watu ni wakuchezea.
Who came up? I'm sorry. Who came up with this? Who? Like who?
I guess nasikiza ground.
Ati what?
Yeah, hiyo ndio nini yake. DCP akisema DCP skiza ground. DCP skiza ground. Na mwingine ni wa kuinject.
Lakini you swear to God, these people take us for fools. For clowns.
Alikuwa pia church mahali akisema kusema Kenya ikuwe na fujo. Yaani anasikiza Wakenya wanasema nini? Wakenya
alafu anaisema.
Wakenya wanasema
angekuwa like
Wakenya
ama ameshika ile
William, don't try to steal in 2027 because it will be a very very worst year ever.
Wewe ni bloodshed. I might go back home to Dar es Salaam kidogo. Just for a moment. You want me? I will vote online.
Then, you vote. You just finish. You vote.
Already I'm like, we gari mshabuku. Mshani mind kinoma.
Nikitoka sitaki kujua utakuwa wakati gani, lakini sasa nataka kuondoka ule wakati nitakuwa nimeshamaliza kupiga kura yangu. Naondoka.
We are leaving.
Gari langu liko pale kwenye.
Utakuwa pale tunangoja iko like haya basi mwanze kupika na nini mshikaki tunakuja.
Nikiamka hata hakuna kulala.
It is tar and tar.
Asubuhi ni nani ako top? Sawa.
Sasa tuko Zanzibari.
Wacha ni watch.
Unakunywa nazi.
Unakaa hivi kwanza. Wacha ni watch. Ni nani? Gachagua. Unatengeneza mguu. It's like we will be spectators.
You wait for like some hours to see how things are going to really go.
By the way,
wallahi, the moment I do but I'm asking for women rep, I must be here. I must be here.
Can you tell her now? Tell her.
I must be here.
Tell her. You know, I told her, and then she said, wow.
Our Gypsy was dreaming about me. Touch. I am Basi. Gypsy raniota.
You have to know the message always got to him as fast as possible.
As fast. Yeah. Just like Gypsy's talking about you right now. So that's the kind of friendship I want. Like the moment you see someone.
You just screenshot. Gypsy amesema hivi.
Amesema hivi hapo. So Gachagua has mastered Raila Ruto trade. Zulfa, you have to be again. 175 years to understand. The moment we meet, I'm gonna be like searching for the elixir of youth. The moment we meet, I'm gonna be searching for that. After all, you're a gypsy, so I know you must have some few trades there. Children rights.
Children rights. I need that one.
Hakuna kiti kama hicho.
Nataka kuingia pale.
Ni women rep wewe.
Mimi sitaki women rep. Kama women rep anaweza kosa kusimama, mimi naweza uuliza watu pale. Sasa wacha niende pale kwa children rights. Huyu ni wa women rights. Wacha mimi niende kwa children, ni deal na watoto.
Deal na watoto. Mimi nikidila wa madhe na kupitishia na kwambia ndo hao.
Cheki watoi.
Cheki umadhe.
Yes.
Cheki wa watoi. Isn't it?
But when I come to this, I think I'll handle this thing with emotion. By the way, nikikuja kwa women representative kitu itakuwa kinifanyikia wanawake naona ni kama
yes, because that is how it should be. Anything that is happening to a woman, you should feel like it is happening to you.
It's on my head, it's sitting
it's
on
me.
My head.
You did that to me. I am the face. I'm the face of this woman, so I feel good. I feel good. I usually hear that when you
skiza ground. Skiza ground.
The moment I hear husband has beaten the wife, I am there. I'm like, you have beaten me, Mr. Kenovia. Umenipiga mimi. Usikia pale umeambiwa one time till down.
Yes, one time. Skiza ground, one time. Na hiyo one time inaandikwa vizuri.
One time. Ni one na time. WAN one time.
Ile one yenye tunaandika number 1. One time. It pronounced so.
You see how of a joke we've made the political scene here. Joke, man. It's a joke. You know, we are going to Tilda. I want us to make sure we meet Gypsy. You cannot keep on just throwing it to me. 175 there. And the thing is, I might be joking, but I'm very serious actually. We must meet them. Oh, they go 175 one day. Huh? 3,000 years. Yes. Touch. 3,000 years. When they are talking about maybe some people there, you know, we are just like, you know, you don't. Me na wetu kapo tukishikisha tuko like, amjiga. Yeah, amjiga. Amjiri giji. Unabonga nini?
Ni amtambui bana.
Walai man. Hawajui hata matopa reni nini. They don't know matopa reni words. But we do know because we are 3,000 years.
Sasa hiyo unajua tumerudi tumekuwa wale wase wa gate.
Walai man tushishi life yote mpaka wale acha tunikai ghetto man. Oh my god.
Unajua life ya ghetto inakuanga noma by the way.
Walai man uskim same.
Tuzicheze chini. Lazima tu move tu na hiyo rada. Yaani kama unaonaje?
Walai uski man itaxin shika. It will be really good.
Unajua sasa zile gari zetu za kwanga kubwa inafaa tu move nazo.
Walai.
Alafu inafaa sasa tutafute chopa. Ama unachekije.
Itakuwa na chopa hiyo time. Ni nini wewe? 3,000 years. Already.
You know, I always tell my daughter, wewe usianze kufikiria mambo ya gari. Zitakuwa zishatengeneza jam.
We're thinking about the sky. Yeah. Let me tell you, someone said on a certain song that champagne tastes better on a private jet.
Where?
Champagne tastes better where? Huku. Sawa? Si hapa. Tena private, so ile mnaiba nyewe wote. Private.
Hata si matri. Unaangalia kwa dirisha kwanza.
But I'm going to try like githeri on a private jet and see if it tastes the same. I'm going to eat githeri and avocado.
It can't taste.
We're going to pass through Brenda's place. That person, hapo kwa avocado, we're going to pass there. Now, let us go back to Natembeya. Sindio? My people, it is becoming a very dirty scene in Kenya. And as Gachagua is warning us, let me tell you, kuna watu wanaendelea kujam saa hii obviously. Kuna watu wanajam wako like, oh, let me remove this badge. There are people who follow Natembeya. They see how you're harassing Natembeya. Maybe Natembeya did good things to them. They know Natembeya is speaking the truth. So the moment you see Natembeya being harassed, there are people who love Selassie so much. Selassie. Selassie. Oh. Oh, well, nilikuwa nashuka kwa nimeitoa jina ya Selassie wa Ethiopia. Now, so there are people who unajua nilisema juzi yeye amezindua amekuzindua amefungua hiyo hospitali KMTC huko. Si ndio? Huko. So there are people who are like, why are you harassing our MP like that? Why are you harassing our governor? There are people who are behind Cleophas Malala, but they think Cleophas Malala went to a gym. Ni wana angalia picha zake za kitambo. Hey, alikuwa ni bonge. Have you seen? See now, like now you've seen how cute he is now. Senor, he is cute.
Lakini he is cute. But that's our work. Tunapenda ku appreciate what
we love appreciating beauty, so don't even judge us. But it's okay if you do. Now, what was I saying? We said Cleophas. So those students of Cleophas Malala, Butere. Those girls of Butere girls right now want them. Those students of Cleophas Malala right now are upset, obviously, and you know they're not going to grow up like in this regime. So imagine the moment they know ati huyu mtu arudi tena after how we were harassed, after how we saw MP, after how we saw Natembeya. So basically, the one-time person, Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, telling us, msipocheza hii game vizuri, 2027 will make 07 and 08 post-violence election ikae ni kama Christmas party. Yes, it is really offensive to people who lost their people there, but at the same time, it is the truth. It is the truth, the bitter truth that we're being given, like, kunywa bro, kunywa your shit. Quinini is what?
You know that aloe vera? Quinini, kuna dawa ilikuwa inaitwa quinini. Acha sasa hii kutumeletewa AL.
Aiwe. Ati?
AL.
Ni ganda.
Dawa za malaria zile za yellow.
I've never had malaria though.
Yeah, when
I know that one that is used to have a fish. Is that? Hiyo ni gani?
Kuna zingine tu ukijiona tu pale unasikia tu unanusa tu.
There's this one that used to have a fish in it. It used to taste somehow weird. That used to be given.
The first one for malaria yenye ilikuwa inatibu malaria ukikunywa tu mara mbili wewe ulishapona. Hata ukiona tu hivi unapona.
Ndio quinini. I will research about quinini.
Yani umekunywa kijiko kimoja unapewa sukari karibu kilo moja lakini haitoki, haishi kwenye mdomo. Yani ile ukali unakaa nayo mpaka even for me actually mimi naogopa dawa. Hiyo ndio ilifanya nikaogopa dawa maisha yangu yote. Because I was just nimekula nishashiba, I take dawa. Everything will come out because of that. No. Sema tu aloe vera.
Aloe vera. My brother was giving me a lot of aloe vera. I'm drinking medication. My brother is like kunywa aloe vera. So yes, Tilda, we have like roughly 10 minutes. What would you say?
I would like to tell my people, my Kenyans, my fellow Kenyans, and our fans, wale watu wangu wenye mko hapo. Sijawaeka hapo mkuje tu mniangalie. Nataka kuwaona hapa. I wanna see you here. Let me show you. I wanna see you here. Here.
Those people, call them out.
When I see you there, I'll feel like nataka ni mchangamke. Sawa. This is somebody has asked what is this for? Okay? This is a political channel. Just political. Sawa. Na usianza kuniuliza ni lini nijifunza politics. Na mwenye ameniuliza ni lini nianza
wewe kwenda yani mwenye ajui politics mpaka saa hii.
Nilianza kujifunza nini? I was a very, but the way when I'm outside I'm good guy.
Let me tell you something, and I usually say this on politics as you continue. 2023 is when I started working in this company, but in a different nini. So, my boss, I used to do acting back then. So I was in Tanzania, and then they were like, "Can we meet?" So we were meeting for the first time ever. They used to be a fan of me, but now they're like, "Come through." So we meet, and they're like, "I want, you love acting. I want to start my own acting company." They called once to kill me, So they're like, "So come tomorrow to my studio. I'm gonna send you the location." So I come. I meet Muna. No, he's not in heaven. Oh my God, he's not in heaven. No, Muna shwai. Mtu amsalimie Muna shwai. Well, if you meet that person, give them their flowers. Muna shwai. So I come. I meet. I meet Muna. And we're from the same place. So I was wearing like hijab and everything. So we greet each other, and then they're like, "Where are you from? As in, which state are you from? Is it state? Which county in Tanzania are you from?" I tell them I'm from this place and this place, and then they're like, "I'm from this place and this place," and then they're like, "So we are doing a podcast." I'm like, "No, I did not come here for a podcast." So my boss ameshaenda yeye amesema nyinyi mfahamiane na ameshaenda. I just like the way he's. God bless our boss. Every time, yani like wewe tu bismillah. Watcha, do you know what they did? They were like, "We're doing a podcast, so get on that." So now Eugene was my producer. Another good man is Eugene. Let me remember those people. So Eugene is like, I'm gonna give you a mic, and it was like a radio that one. Radio, not like this. So you have the headphones and all that. So they're giving me headphones. I'm like, miss jakuja kufanya miss jakuja hivi mimi kuja kufanya acting, and they're like, "No, it's okay. But because we ingianga tutuone kama nini." And then Muna says, "Okia Omtata." It is Okia Omtata. Yes? Ndio jina yake. And I'm like, "The fuck is that?" Kwa akili yangu though. So they're like, "Okia Omtata is one very wise person." He's looking at me because Okia Omtata is one very wise person. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Yeah. In fact, I love the way he is, but I don't know who we are talking about. I don't even know who is Okia Omtata." And that is so wrong. No one should be like that. So when you ask someone, you need to know politics. You need to know your politics. You need to know. So now we talk about Okiya Omtata for like 30 minutes. But I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever he says, I do it. He's a really brilliant. I'm like, yeah, he has represented very many cases, but I don't even know. You know, he's one of those people. I'm like, yeah, he's an activist. Good, because I saw him defend the people. I don't know nothing about Okiya Omtata. So now my boss comes and says, Zulfa, have you ever done politics? I'm like, no, but tomorrow you're coming. So now you're not opening the acting industry. Come tomorrow, we try that again. And from that moment, you know, wakati wa maandamano ya sufuria. So basically, what I'm going to say is everybody should know something about politics. Just something little about politics. Continue, my dear sister. Anakuuliza, Tilda, where is your friend Jemo?
I don't know where James is. I called James since that day.
James. Oh, I know. What is the SDA? What is SDA? No, SDA. The moment I asked about SDA is when he came. So, continue.
So, James is a good friend of mine. James, I need you back, please. Alisema nachukia president. Alisema, why aliuliza? Yani hata nilisoma ni kama aliuliza na.
Ile like nini says.
Why do you hate the president so much? And I remember, no.
I do not.
I really love him so much. The problem with my president doesn't want to listen to the Kenyans and is not
to the
working,
people, to the power.
It's just kwa rally zake huko. But James, I really need you back because you had a very good vibe. Tunataka watu, hatutaki tu watu wenye tunaenda same lane. Tunataka watu wenye tuna divert. Wakienda Nairobi sisi tunaenda Mombasa. Just like that.
We're supposed to go to Mombasa. so when you say Mombasa, I'm not on the birthday yangu. Let us panga this on a serious note.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, I love you I love you so much. I love you. I appreciate kabisa. My friends, when you're new in the class, we have our best friend, our darling, our everything.
The older of the leaks of youth, but so selfish with it. I don't know why. You're so selfish with it.
When you come on this screen, he's the one to welcome you. For me, I just
anakwambia unakunywa uji wapi.
So I just welcome you with my mouth and my
and then now
but there is the a person
moderator.
Yeah. They'll tell you what to do and what mtaelewana huko ni kwenyu. I don't supposed to talk there mapema haraka hivyo. But welcome to our channel. This is Kenya News Alert TV. We are always here. Zulfa is our host. Every day we have Felix and
Felix right now is with Nyaboke.
And now I'm here. Sawa, you are kama kawaida. Mi huitwa Tilda.
Tilda is our referee. Yeah? Sometimes it is really hot here. So Tilda has to be like, shh, they have to be like, let me add our chef, some salt and sugar on it.
Or sometimes I'll be like, okay. I watch first before
you first be like, you see when you want someone to be punished. You unacha pigo makofi mbili wa like wacha nivo we you see wacha
badala mtoto mpige moja.
It's like the bodyguards of Cesalasia. Ngumi mbili tatu wanaingilia sasa. Tokeni. So at Zulfa learning on the job, let me tell you, and I'm always going to thank my boss. They believed in me so much.
He's a very good person.
Yeah, he's such a kind person.
I always just
so
may God bless this.
I was, and you know, Muna was from Wasafi Radio. So like they knew what they are doing. I didn't know anything at all. I don't even know. I knew what the mic was.
Hey, you just be like me. You know when I
Shiki, wait, Shiki. Which one is the mic? Eugene, which one is the mic? Sawa? Okay, so basically, I learned there. And Muna was very supportive. Watu kama wakina Willy, there was, let me tell you about Willy as we finish. There was this very tall, dark and handsome guy called Willy. Sawa? William, everybody knows. William was the one person who used to come after the show and be like, okay, let me tell you. So this is this and this and this and this. So if you want to know anything about politics, enter X. Sawa, enda pale kwenye Twitter, go search this and this and this and this and this and this. And I just thank that team. I thank them so much. I'm always going to like, yeah. And then the producer, Eugene used to be like on WhatsApp, sending you clues. He's like, he's ahead of you. He's ahead of time. Just being like, you're talking about Okia now. So Okia did this. Okia is doing this right now. Okia, Eugene, wewe kaka, jamani Mungu akubariki na bibi ambaye atakupenda sana na watoto. But we still work together with Eugene. Eugene is still in this company, and we still do work for another company with Eugene for acting and all that.
But guys, when you go to a certain place, kama ujui kitu, mama, baba, haujui, uliza. Usiende hapo na kierere, uharibu. Juu unajua.
But si kuharibu.
I'm telling the people. Unajua, there's a time hata mimi nilikuwa na kierere mbaya sana.
Wala?
Nilikuwa nikienda mbali nataka nikuze hiyo TV nione mbona huyu mtu anaongea hapa, mbona sisimame hapa.
You are a child though. Sinema unasema ni zaidi ya mkubwa.
Ukikuja hapo ukiona venye imeandikwa hii KNA unataka kushangaa upewe leave it, just ask more about it, you will know.
But how now will you know? You must be curious though.
So thank you guys kabisa, tunawapenda, tunawaenzi. Karibuni sana kwa wale wageni wetu ambao wamekuja ama mmejoin today. We have so many people who are politicians, others ni wale wa kuongea pale nyuma. Unajua kuna politicians spectators wanakuanga pale, ukiwauliza anything wanajua everything about politics and are never there, but they are there na mdomo. So guys, karibuni sana na mkae hapa ndio nyumbani, hapa ndio kwenye chumba chetu ambacho tunafanyia kazi. Welcome and feel free at home. Okay? Mimi naitwa Tilda. Asanteni sana kwa wale ambao mmekuwa nasi. Hii ni politics. Sawa? Usikuje na maneno mengine, ni politics. Na usianze kuniambia sikukuambia, nimekuambia. Sawa? So see you tomorrow as you see us kawaida, because nafaa tukanyange route 11. Tukirudi manyumbani kwetu. Yeah? Tuone watoto. So
na wabwana zetu. Msije mkatonaga hapa eti tujaolewa. Tumeolewa, tumeacha mabwana nyumbani. Hujaolewa? Yule bwana ambaye nakuonaga nani?
Mimi sijaolewa.
Wewe sinakuliwa ni mzee Juma.
Wewe banangu sasa, wewe bwanangu.
Mzee Juma. But I want to tell you people, Tilda is married to a certain guy called Juma.
Sasa Juma ndio nani? She wants to start cooking for me like the way she always cook for Felix.
No, I'm not lying.
I don't want to be cooked.
How, as we finish, because I want people to know, there's no need to kudanganya Felix.
But
there's no need to lie. There's no need to lie, Tilda. So, you know, you and Felix are becoming, I don't know. So the other day, I go to Tilda's place, and I find someone there wearing a kanzu, and I'm like, who are you? They are like, well, who none?
No.
Who nani? Waniulizaje? Mimi nani? Mimi ndo mwenye hii nyumba. And I'm like,
and if I sleep,
no.
And wake up,
no.
Find myself beside a Muslim, I run.
No. What?
I run.
What? What? Yeah. When you're married to Juma? When you're married to Juma?
Labda nikuwe nimelala hivi nikumbuke.
Even Gypsy says,
I'm here
Gypsy amesema, have a nice evening, Tilda, say hi to Juma. Yes, don't lie.
She's lying.
Don't lie.
Guys, I'm not
let me tell you. Let me give you evidence. Let me give people evidence. So I ask this man,
single.
Who are you? They say, Mimi Juma, itwa Juma, mindo. Huh? And I look at Tilda. Tilda now is all dressed in the Swahili clothes, and I'm like, Tilda, umekuwa umeelewa huo wakati wote. Wakati ukisema unataka eti unataka sijui Mfaransa, unataka sijui eti wewe Mjerumani, kumbe ushaolewa wewe. Kumbe ashaolewa huyu.
Kwani bibi haizi olewa na
huyu ni jiko. Huyu ni jiko. Juma.
Jiko, mimi ni geti.
Juma na Nyaboke. Juma na Nyaboke, naomba mkae humu. Msije mkabanduka sababu hawa watu. Tena maajabu.
Umeolewa kwa nani?
Nani? Mimi. Mimi nimeolewa Mrima. Sawa, usiane tunajitaje Zulfa Wanjiru.
Nimeona Wanjiku mahali.
Wanjiru.
Nimeona huyo Wanjiru mahali.
Unaona Wanjiru
kwa EACC.
EACC haya basi mimi nimeolewa huko.
Yeye ndiye aliendea Cleophas. Utatuambia unatafuta nini transfer? Ukaa Mrima huko kwenye, ukaa huko, hatukutaki Trans Nzoia.
Sasa ule wajuzi ama ni ndoa ya kitambo ulikuwa umemtoroka bwana.
Sasa si nimeolea mjana lakini
imagine Juma said the saddest thing Juma said Tilda left home with the children. She left home one evening. She said naenda pale kununua basi nikanunue basi na mbaazi za nazi. Mbaazi za body language ndio hiyo, very confident. Acha nikae vizuri kwanza. Akasema wacha basi nikanunue mbaazi naja. Kumbe alikuwa ameshalipa na basi.
Juma hali mbaazi jamani.
Haya basi kumbe Juma yupo.
Juma hali mbaazi. Mwongo.
Oh my God. Juma anakula nini? Juma anakula nini kama hali mbaazi?
Juma anakula wali.
Haya basi wasikia Juma yupo. Mnasikia Juma yupo.
Yua la nini? Yua la pilau, masala huko.
Biriani tena ya ngamia.
Yeah.
Haya basi.
Vitu vizuri. Waswahili unajua wapenda vitu vitamu jamani.
Tilda, you wish Felix was in studio. Let me tell you, this lady abandoned her husband and she ran to Nairobi and the husband followed because of love. Love
is not there.
Love has packed and left. Do you know how I usually imagine?
It exists.
No, Juma exists. You know msidanganyo. I usually imagine it's like love comes. Like go with me. Love comes packed with suitcases and gifts for everybody. And then when love leaves, I usually picture like love standing kwa mlango. You see how unasema kwa mlango unaangalia mtu alafu you push your suitcase and you go. That is how love and goes. He comes, they come and they go.
But it always give back the gifts.
What gifts?
The gifts.
Gifts.
Kwani ata withdraw everything yenye amekuwa.
Anachukua mpaka anachukua yenye yako iko yake.
Kuna ile unabakingi na
Anakuwa ameshazaa. Anakuwa amezaa, ameacha watoto hapo. Ameacha mtoto hapo.
Kama hajaacha mtoto pale. Kuna ile tu amekuachia wewe hapo. Utakuwa unakaa hivi ama ukienda kwa kile kitanda mlikuwa mnalala pamoja na ngana. Juma yuko wapi?
Juma, ndio Tilda Juma.
No.
Tilda Juma.
Okay, there's somebody here who is looking for me. Na wewe sasa unaniharibia market. I wouldn't like.
Haina mambo. Mimi nilisema ganipeleke out. Ukinichekesha maybe I'll decide if I'm single or not. Yeah. So, mwenye nataka kushoot ya shoot. Maybe Juma akunuli mbazi. Ama akunuli na pweza.
Jamani.
Basi.
Baadhi ni wakama.
Msalimie Juma. Ati Tilda, how can you drop Juma as hot potato? You're dropping Juma like shwa. Let me tell you, I was surprised. Have you know, I usually go just like entering the house and then
Felix is for rabbits.
No rabbits now. No rabbits. Juma is there.
But for me, ukikuja usikuje na rabbits. Ile mbio nitakutoa. Shida yangu mimi ni dramatic when it comes to me and you too.
Drama daily. Drama dose. Kuna mtu alisemaga, let me ask you Tilda, you've known me for the longest time. Someone said etinakani kama nikijaa watu wanakimbia wanaenda. Is that true though?
No.
Why did you laugh first? No. Why did you laugh? But I'm not a dramatic person.
Because nimeona ukijam. Nikapiga ile picha. Yeah. So that's why I just say, people can't run away. But if you get those people who understands you, hawezi kimbia. Watakuangalia tu kwanza ufanye ile kitu kwa unafanya wewe.
I know.
Lakini kuna ule akikuangalia anasema, huyu.
Acha niende.
Huyu atanipeleka kwenye bucha jamani. Acha tu.
I'm a calm person.
But fear calm people.
Wewe acha kuniharibia huku nje.
Fear calm people. Mtu mwenye anatulia aujui anakupangia nini jamani. Afadhali mimi ninaropokwa tu nakwambia wewe unajua nitakudunga na kisu.
But you cannot do it.
Unaanza kufikiria jela bwana. I really fear jela.
Jela?
Where?
It's not really hard.
I don't want even to know if it's hard or not.
You've never been there?
Let me be.
Haujaingizwa?
No. Nilifanya nini? Hatujaingizwa. Wallahi.
Producer anasema kwanza. No, as in haujailala ndani, haujailala kwenye. Wewe
Wakenya jamani, Wakenya
kwa Kiswahili. Haya, you've never really been inside a cell.
I've never been to a cell. I've never gotten. I've never. Nikipita bwana.
Haujai kuwa.
Nikifanya nini? Watu wamekosa nini jamani? Mimi napenda kuwa msafi.
Oh my God, they tell you eka kiatu moja pale kando, toa earrings and all that, and then you enter there. Yeah, I have been back in.
You know, my grandmother always explained to me the way alipatwa alikuwa anapika changa.
My mom once called me, they told me they arrested. I laughed. My mom was like, oh my God, I'm just like, my mom was like, so will you come for me? And I'm like, I laughed so much. It was just a mistake though. So skia coach and Natembeya. So ati Zulfa show off don't build homes, hats do, don't get someone just to impress the world, get someone who will stand with you when the world isn't watching. Yes. And that is what we all want, coach. Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm a talk here, but I'm a lover of love. Have you ever seen a lover of love? I love love. Wallahi, nastadanganya. I love love. I love evening walks. I just love love.
You love night clubs.
No, I know. I've never been to one. On a serious note. You take me.
Yeah, but
as I take you there, you take me to a nightclub. I've never been there. But in silent, I don't like that noise. It makes me feel like, eh?
At silent? For what? What are you going to silent then?
So coach, really beautiful words.
Yeah.
What now? Let me ask you. No, if I say that, people will say I have a really puny mind. So hakuna haja nijiebishe huku mtandaoni, wacha tuniache. Like what I know, I want love. So like just that love of a lifetime. That one. If it comes, I usually leave that window open for that. But I'm not lazy to chase. I'm so lazy to chase after love, man. But then, are you that kind of person of going to someone's place and be like, ooh, I am so lazy. I am supposed to be in my bed watching Netflix. Nipe space bado. Like I want you to be here but there. Be there. So
mwingine atazoea mpaka hata ba. Lakini pia ukizoea inabidi unazoea na muda gani. Mwingine anazoea na siku moja unashangaa kwani huyu naye anakimbia.
Well, that is, but then in Canada right now, ukilove bomb, huyo mtu anakuambia I love you on the first date, anashikwa. That is love bombing. Why you love bombing me? Ali. What?
Sawa, tunaona muda unatupa kisogo pale, muda unayoma, muda unakimbia jamani. Asanteni sana kwa wale ambao tumekuwa nao wakati wa leo na saa hizi za sasa hivi tunapoondoka jamani.
Hey, these are really beautiful words though. Let me screenshot them. Let me screenshot this. This is really good. Now this is what I'm going to be when I do Swala. I'm going to be saying I want someone. So Zulfa show-offs again, don't build homes, hats do. Don't get someone just to impress the world. Get someone who will stand with you. Sawa basi. Naambiwa tu Zulfa nini? Zulfa, don't choose someone just for the show. Choose someone for the substance. When the spotlight fades, the real life kicks in. It's not the image that holds you up, it's the character behind it. But what if it is wrapped in a good image? Is it bad? Yeah? Is it bad if you get, it is wrapped in a good paper? Wakwenda huko. What are you trying to say? I have asked a question. What if it is wrapped in a good paper, but it also has good character?
Sasa unajua amevalia ngozi ya kondoo.
Aje, nasema akuwe ako tu fiti, mrefu kidogo hivi,
Amevalia tu ngozi ya kondoo.
know I'm not going to ask you this question here, but I'm going to ask you that question there. So.
Unaweza fikiria mtu amevaa wewe umeona mtu amevaa pale dress smart. Imemtoa figure vizuri. Unasema I want that dress.
But hauna hiyo figure. It's like that friend of yours with the hourglass, Irene, with the hourglass, and then she's telling you let us wear the same clothes. What? You must think I'm stupid. You must think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. So, Coach, really beautiful. Was really top notch.
This is a man. Let's just God bless you. Because, nilikwambia hiyo English ukikuja na quoting, hata afadhali nijifunze one word a day. Lakini niweke hapa.
But what if? Does it mean just to come? Me and I see but we feed it too. Let me Let me see. Gypsy says, how do you mean good in the inside and out? Yeah, like they could be just good outside and but good even better on the inside. I am not good in the inside.
I don't know.
You don't akiwa like wewe ni mtu mbaya.
Watu wanataka kuniuliza maswali hapa.
I am not. Okay. Tilda, as we wrap up, say your last thing.
Guys, inafaa hisho hapa hizi vitu tunafanya hapa nyuma za show inafaa zikuwe there. Zikiwa there au watu wanakuja hapo. Because
but we're gonna start doing this on the therapists and therapy. Yeah.
So wadau na wadau days watu wetu, the best people that we have, wapenzio, wapenda nao wote wako hapa ndani ya nyumba. Asanteni sana. Tumewakaribisha na pia sasa hivi tunafunga chapter yetu ya sasa hivi tunaondoka kwenda manyumbani. Sawa? Tutakutana hapa kesho majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu inshallah. Na let God bless you and be with you every day and every time. Those are my prayers to my all people and for the whole world. Okay? And let be at peace and love and unity. My name is Tilda. Tuonane kesho. Inshallah. Bye.
Tunaona kuna komenti. It has been a really beautiful Monday morning. Monday evening. I'm sorry. It has been really beautiful Monday. Monday. Okay, so now when I came this morning, I felt a certain way. So, but I do thank that I'm seeing I'm improving. I just hope I continue the same streak. The energy burst, but then I'm getting energy bursts, but I'm just good. So I thank Gypsy, my darling Gypsy, you know, you're much appreciated. Isipokuwa umekataa kunipa the elixir of youth, it's okay. So I'm still gonna love you. And then Coach, thank you for such beautiful words. Really beautiful words. I'm gonna look for you. You educate my younger sister on that. Okay, like on a personal level. And Tilda too. Even Tilda says they want to be whatever. So again, Tilda's already left. Go for sure, and you'll get exactly that, a performance. Don't cry later when the lights go off and there's nothing behind the curtain. No, please. Now they're leaving me again now. The producer is leaving me again now on this. Okay, let us talk then, because the Gachagua peke yangu. Everybody has left. Those are the really wise words, Mr. Coach. For me, but then let me ask you people a question. When you get into a relationship, should you have a reason why you get into that relationship? Should you? And is it wrong for wanting no? But should you get? Should you get, or should you know why you're in that. Because I usually say if love has a reason, then it is not love. Like, it should not have any reason. Like that moment when someone says, why do you love me? And they're like, because of how you smile. It's good. It's good. It makes someone feel good for a moment. But should love really have a reason? And if I'm supposed to let the universe just bring that person now, I believe the universe is going to bring someone of substance. Someone good someday. Now, as I was saying, I don't know why they like doing this, but thank you so much for you people joining us for the Kenya News Alert Evening Updates. We do really appreciate you people. You're the reason why we come here every morning so desperately, trying to find something, trying to find a good content, trying to research and know what did Salasia eat yesterday and who did they eat it with, I mean politically, and where was Ruto jana, alikuwa anaongelea nini, alikuwa wapi. You people have become like family. In fact, not like, in fact, you are family. And although, I'm sorry, we've lost others along the way. We do really appreciate you who stuck with us. So thank you so much. Okay, I'm just talking this way. I'm waiting for the producer. But if you have anything to tell me, you could tell me right now. Niko hapa. Anything you wanna say, say. I'm here listening. Just tell me. Gypsy says, we appreciate KNA TV. We do appreciate you too. So much. So much, so much. We do appreciate you like no one's business. Let me tell you, if you'd, hey, I don't know if this is how it acts, but if you'd find us out here saying, ulisikiza points za Gypsy wewe? Ulisikiza points za Gypsy venye zilikuwa vizuri? Ulisikia, na hiyo kizungu ya Koech ni nyingi. Uliona pita venye alikuwa na bonga, and those are the people like Wakina Kim and others who send, actually there are people like Miss Sharon, they send message on WhatsApp, and Rita, I don't know where Rita is though, but we do appreciate you people so much. Like if I would buy you tea one day, I would like to like take you all out and buy you tea. Hey, my producer was like, time is over, and then I was continuing to appreciate. I was like, okay, so you want to talk, yeah? Let me just give you the space to talk. And then now when you're left there, you're like, what am I supposed to say? So, if anything, you want to say anything right now, say anything right now. Oh my God. What? Koechi, nasema keep chasing showbiz in relationship and you'll keep starring in emotional horror films. Choose better, not louder. Ish. No, I'm just... you know, it may seem actually, okay, let me start with Koech Kwanza. Koech. Hey, wise words, that is what I can say. I don't know if I should be finding the persona in that though. So what was I saying now? Let me tell you. So I'm going to give you a secret, something that happened here. So we were here. It was around after the second show. So I see Felix is trembling. And I'm like, Felix was strong. And Felix is like, it's not good. And I'm like, what is not good? So Felix is like, take this. And again, and I usually tell you these things, and you think it's a joke, but I thank God I'm alone here right now, so I can tell you. You see, when I'm using just a voice of you and I. So I read the letter, and the letter is like, it is Nyaboke. And now, after the letter of Nyaboke, there's the letter of the mother of Nyaboke. They have written in their language. I will not disclose what language is that. So Felix is like, I have to rush. I have to go. If I don't go, I fear I'm going to lose my goats. And I'm like, you're going to lose your goats? How are you going to lose your goats? They're like, Nyaboke will take my goats. And no, please. Oh my God, thank you. Let me tell you people, bye. But I'll continue the entire story later. Okay? So about Felix. Now people, let us meet each other tomorrow. I'll continue about the story about Felix. I can't even say it right now because the producer ameshaingia. Sawa, sitaki ya kuja kumwambia Felix nimesema kuhusu story yake na nini. Sawa, so I do really appreciate you, Koech. I do really appreciate you. Gypsy, tupatane hapa kesho inshallah. Kwa majina naitwa Zulfa Wanjiru. Nawapenda sana sana. Okay? So I'm going to finish the story tomorrow. Bye bye.